Quarterly plan for the first quarter of 2023. So, the stock market evolution, again, similar to past quarters, the stock price evolution for the Bucharest Stock Exchange was very strong. We have reached a new high of 47.9 intraday high. We finished the quarter at 47.2, which translates into a market capitalization of 380 million euro. The shareholding structure at the end of March was roughly until September. Also here a new interesting indicator. We started to track here the total number of shareholders, and here we have seen an increase of 35% compared to last year. Currently, we have at the end of March, we had 3,342 shareholders in our registry. Some highlights of the first quarter financials. Here we see a quarter in red, and yes, the very brief story is that we have basically a 65 increase in equity trading volume. This is also on the back of a very unfavorable basis effect. We managed exactly 1 year ago, first quarter of 2022, we had the start of the military war basically in Ukraine. So which triggered a lot of volatility and very, very high liquidity or record liquidity for us as well as for any other markets. So we basically this increase in equity trading volume has by far the highest effect on our overall results, which is consolidated and standalone basis. But we have seen also an increase in operating costs. Here, basically, there are new types of expenses related to the TCP authorization process. Here, we remind that in January, we have submitted the documentation to the local regulatory authority. And we continue with the implementation of the project, and new costs are related to third-party services, consulting, the new consulting fees, implementation of Swiss, and other technicalities. On the plus side, we have seen a positive quarter in terms of financial income on the back of a high interest rate environment, and also growing revenues on market data, issuer, and also other revenues, mainly partnerships for some of our projects and initiatives. Here, market data revenues are important to mention. We've seen a 23% growth year-on-year on pricing, but also on adjusted pricing, but also on new customers. Looking again at the trading volume, here this is very, very clear on the top left corner, the trading volume for shares, equals for shares and shares and instruments similar to shares. So we see we have the lowest quarter in terms of liquidity in the last 2 years, the last 9 quarters. Yes, our interpretation and our reasoning is that we see and we hear a lot of investors positioning ahead of hydroelectric. Obviously, we expect, considering that the timing everybody seems to support for hydroelectric Q2 of this year. So we expect a significant spike in the next quarter, and hopefully further later. The average volumes will stabilize at very significantly higher than what we witnessed in this first quarter. So some updates in terms of primary market for the dimensions I would like to expect in June. What we also have on positive side from our discussion with various, let's say, parties involved in this process, it seems that the investor interest at this early stage is quite strong. So this gives us strong reasons to believe that it will be a very successful listing, a very successful offer. Also, like in the past, became reality in Q2 as well, actually, this week. So our cover IPO, our business was launched yesterday with the value of 84 million euro on top of the range. We've seen also important dynamics in the bond market with the new significant issuers from the banking sector. So in Q1, we had Czech Bank, the largest Romanian state-owned bank, this first issue. We've seen early Q2 larger issuances of Fidelis, a new record for the Fidelis program, and also Bucharest City sustainability bonds. In Q1, we had also some new products coming to the market. The second TF listed, which is tracking the debt energy index, while also we had the company Safe Tech Innovations moving from Ireland to main markets. Here also it's worth mentioning that we have been anticipating and we have been waiting for this trend to become reality, to have more companies, growing and developing on the Ireland market and becoming ready for the main market. And particularly, we are looking very hopefully at the IT sector where the growth potential is very, very high. And then, yes, we have the first technology company taking this step. CCP already mentioned from the documentation submitted in January. We are optimistic regarding the timeline and the definition in the back quarters, namely authorization in Q3 and started operations in Q4 of this year. And those also mentioned and highlighted in the discussion about the rising operating costs we are making. We are taking additional steps, technical steps, including Swift setup and other technical solutions to be ready for this Q4 nationalization. Other projects in the other worthwhile mentioned projects in the first quarter, we had a new collaboration with EBRD on projects aiming to improve investigation and liquidity. Basically, EBRD is subsidizing external consultancy for BVB listed companies, and 3 companies were selected to be part of the first stage of the program. So here, obviously, we expect and we are looking towards improving the capability of the local issuers to manage investor relations, to make it feasible to promote their businesses and shares better to the market. Also, very positive development in Q1. We have for the first time initiative with the Ministry for European Projects, and there is a program launched under the Resilience and Recovery Plan, through which European funds, 5 million euros in total, are available to subsidize local businesses who want to list. So basically covering the listing costs up to a certain threshold for both IRO and the main markets. And yes, our long-standing projects. So we in March a new edition in BVB for Canadian Romania project started. While BVB Research Hub had an update in January, we increased significantly the number of shares under the number of issuers under coverage, and in fact we had lately initiation report made public for stocks like Petrol Bank and so on. So next chapter we will dive a bit deeper into the results, and I will pass it to.
Thanks. So starting with the BVB financial performance for the first quarter of 2023, operating revenues were lower by 28%, following a decrease in trading revenues compared with the first quarter of 2022, influenced by the outbreak of the conflict in Ukraine. A base effect combined with the low level of volumes traded in Q1 2023 for important transactions estimated for this year.
Do you still see us, hear us?
We don't hear you. Sorry.
It's talking now? Do you hear us? Yes. Do you see us?
On the presentation.
Do you see the chat screen? The presentation? Okay. Okay, then we will continue. I'm waiting for this technical explanation.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so moving on the standalone operating expenses for Q1, decided 0.5 million RON, increase of 10% and influenced by the impact of inflation, mainly on the personal expenses and other operating expenses. The operating profit in Q1 2023 is 1.7 million, decrease from 4.9 million, influenced by the decrease in revenues and together with the impact from rising operating expenses. Net profit is 1.53 million, operating margin 21%. Compared with the previous quarter, Q4 2022, operating revenues decreased by 13%, mainly due to a deal from Fondul Proprietatea made in December, while operating expenses are lower by 24%. As in Q4, they were recorded higher marketing and promotion expenses and year-end personnel and third-party accruals. These variations resulted in a positive impact on the level of operating profit, higher by 64% quarter-on-quarter, and net profit increasing roughly by 1 million. At consolidated level, operating revenues are in amount of 12.9 million RON, 80% increase in year-on-year, influenced by the trading segment, while post-trading and registry segments recorded a slight increase of 2% year-on-year. Operating expenses are in amount of 11.9 million, up 20%, generated by the cost incurred on the new stage of authorization of the central counterparty and the effect of inflation increase with direct impact on personal expenses and other operating expenses, with impact on all groups, business segments. Consolidated financial result is higher by 57%, up to 1.4 million, mainly result of higher interest income. Consolidated net profit of 1.8 million, lower level compared with Q1 2022, and it is influenced by the evolution of trading segment revenues and increase in consolidated operating expenses. Compared with the previous quarter, operating revenues decreased by 7%, influenced by the trading segment revenues evolution, while the operating expenses are lower by 60%, resulting in an improved level of both operating and net profit at group level. Regarding the revenues of segments, trading segment represents 55% from the consolidated operating revenues and is the main driver on the consolidated revenues evolution as of Q1 2023, with influence also in the post-trading segment revenues, which are down 80% to 3.8 million RON year-on-year due to lower values traded on BVB. Registry segment rose by 17%, up to 2 million RON, following increase in some tariffs relating to maintaining shorts, and also due to higher number of services requested by the holders of financial statements. A detailed view of the operating expenses evolution, the increase of 10% or 500,000 RON year-on-year is generated by personal expenses, mainly from the annual indexation and increase in committees and administrative remunerations, which were applied after Q1 2022, together with other operating expenses. Effect of inflation increase, which is amplified by higher depreciation expenses following IT investment made, marketing and promotion expenses, as well as sponsorship. At group level, the increase of 20% is influenced by the personnel expenses, mainly from the effect of annual indexation, by the recognition of bonuses expenses estimated in Depozitarul Central starting with Q2 2022, and by higher average number of employees in CCP, together with higher third-party services and other operating expenses in CCP related to the implementation of the central counterparty and the effect of inflation. Regarding financial position, there are no significant variations. At the BVB level, on the asset side, there is a slight increase in financial investments and cash. While on liabilities, we have the impact of deferred income on issuers maintaining fees from iron market charged for 2023. At the group level, the variation is influenced by the trading segment, but also by increase in tangible assets reported in CCP. Moving on to the BVB, yes. Regarding BVB share, the general meeting of BVB shareholders approved the distribution of the entire net profit of 2022 after legal reserve representing 10.4 million RON for dividends, thus resulting a dividend of 1.29 per share. The dividend payment will be made in June 2023. And regarding BVB share price, we recorded in Q1 all-time high of 47.10 and closed the quarter at 47.2, which is 7% higher year on year and 34% quarter on quarter. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
If you have any questions for us.
Don't have any questions? Huh?
Yes, Miguel.
Yes.
You have to unmute.
Yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to figure out how to unmute myself. Hi, I have just two questions for you. One, it's regarding the cost evolution in the future. Like how do you see costs evolving this year? If you project an increase in headcounts, and also if you see the costs evolving like in line or below the country's inflation. And the other question is regarding this EBRD project that you alluded in the presentation, which is meant to improve the liquidity in the market. I got interested in that. So as I understand, one of the main hurdles for Romania to be integrated in the MSCI emerging markets, it's the Romanian market liquidity, right? So my question is, if apart from these EBRD, if you could provide some color, but apart from this project, this EBRD project, and the expected IPO of Hidroelectrica, if there are any other schemes like I don't know, like a high frequency or high volume trading fees discount to incentivize and increase liquidity in the market, or if you believe that the Hidroelectrica IPO is the main catalyst for the promotion to the MSCI emerging markets. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Miguel. I will take over the second question. Regarding the liquidity improving program and projects. Well, certainly, yes, we have big expectations from the IPO as well as from other names that are on the list for market and for entry this year. It didn't recover, not necessarily because the size would be applicable for the MSA criteria, but it should, I would expect to bring new investors and new interest in the market. Regarding other projects and initiatives here, as mentioned in the past, we have also, let's say, a lot of expectations and projects, and we are working heavily on the CCP, which we expected to influence positively the liquidity on several layers. Firstly, the CCP would allow the participation of a range of more sophisticated investors, would improve the capacity of the market to implement lending and borrowing of shares, the products, including then, of course, short selling, would make market making for BVB shares much easier, because currently, you know, the market makers don't have a very easy life, considering that they have to keep substantial inventory of shares in their portfolios. And also, yes, new strategies for existing investors, you know, arbitraging and so on, arbitraging like sports futures, arbitraging companies from the same industry. And so basically, yes, I would mention the CCP as probably the second most significant influencer of liquidity for the foreseeable future.
The second after the hydroelectric. Yeah, so this is the main, this is our main project to improve the liquidity. We don't have, so this is the central project to improve the liquidity. This is the scope of launching the central counterparty to improve the liquidity. Yeah, to have derivatives, to have the more sophisticated investment strategies. Our market now is very plain vanilla market. Yeah, you don't have specialized investors acting on our market, and we want to attract them. We don't have a really market making activity because we don't have a lending pool there, and we want to construct a lending pool, we want to make available those lending and borrowing operations. So this is our focus to improve the liquidity. As for the EBRD project, this is a project to improve the investor communication. It's another thing. Of course, we have other projects working with our issuers in different areas, but the main project to improve the liquidity is the CCP. And of course, to be synchronized with a much more active primary market, and the hydroelectric success will be very, very important. Yeah.
Understood. So there are no talks for like discounts for high frequency trading or volume trading.
Of course, we have zero commission for intraday trading. You have all kinds of discounts, but with no very significant effect. Yeah? For the market making, you had even you have in the past negative fees, yeah, for the market making activity. So you have tried all the solutions, but with no significant impact. Of course, we have other, so we have launched the issuer market making programs, and this is working quite well. Yeah? That's why you have more companies paying market making, many companies paying market making brokers to offer to improve the liquidity, to improve the spread in the market. And yes, we have also the effect on our representation in the FTSE after indices. Yeah? And we have for March another company to have a very good perspective to be promoted. But this is, we have done this kind of measures, yes, with very limited effect. I must say, but I think the real stuff we have to do it yes, to have to enlarge the products, to enlarge the operational range. This is very important. And of course, to have a big IPOs in the market. This is mandatory. And here, maybe some other tickets before.
Understood. And is there any expected date for the integration or the promotion to emerging markets that you can envision?
For the MSCI?
Yes.
Yes, you have, so our liquidity is not a positive, very really positive trend. You have now 4 companies that might be included. You have to have 4, yeah, which are close to the threshold. But none of them are consistently meeting the threshold, the liquidity threshold in the size the threshold. And the hydroelectric will be the 5th one, with of course will meet the criteria. And hopefully you will have another 2 which will meet consistently will meet the criteria to be upgraded. So I think the best case scenario is to be included into a watch list this year. This is really the best case, yeah, to be included in watch list. Yeah? This year and be probably to be promoted in 3 years' time. Yeah.
Okay, so the highest chance to be promoted is this year. Okay.
No, this year watch list.
Watch list to be included. This is really the best case to be included into the watch list.
Yeah, okay, okay.
It would ask to watch this to be promoted in the future. Yeah.
Mhm.
You are not there. You don't have another two companies meeting consistently the criteria and Hidroelectrica to be the third one. You don't have these two companies. Yeah? You have four companies, but very close to the threshold size and liquidity, and but none of them are meeting consistently month by month. Yeah? So you are not there yet. Yeah?
Okay, okay. Understood.
That's a
Thank you for that.
Hidroelectrica is not a guarantee that will be promoted yet. Of course, it's improving significantly the conditions, but it's not a guarantee that the list of Hidroelectrica will generate the promotion of Bucharest Technician to MSCI. So you have to have another few companies to meet the liquidity and you have four then. But with no Hidroelectrica, probably the chances to be promoted are zero with no Hidroelectrica.
Okay, understood. And on the costs, if you could just briefly comment on that, be appreciated.
Regarding the cost, yes, the inflation is impacting also our costs, as I believe in all the companies. But we are trying to limit the impact of the inflation where it's possible. In the same time, by covering also the business risks. The inflation will have an impact on all the main categories of costs. Regarding the personal costs here, we don't expect high variation in the headcount. Maybe on the consolidated level, the CCP probably will need additional employees in the teams in the next period, but we are so it's about small numbers here. Also, other increases in costs are related to the events that are expected in the capital market, like the Hidroelectrica listing. In our 2023 budget, we included the impact of this listing also on the revenue side and also on the expenses side. By this impact means that we are trying to promote as much as possible this listing also to attract investors in the market. Yes, there will be an impact from the projects that we have in 2023. This means the main project, except the Hidroelectrica, as we said, which is not in fact a project, is the relocation of our headquarters, as decided in December 2023, and this project started and will have, as you imagine, some costs. Many of them that will be capitalized, but this means also on the cash out for the relocation.
But afterward, the renting cost and those will be lower than the current situation.
Yes, it means that we will have to, the space that we rented in the new premises has to be set up for a normal office activity, and also for our data center. These are the main costs related to the relocation. I hope that fits.
So yeah, there is a pressure on the cost side. We have to recognize this. Yes, on the wages and on utilities and this is inflation, it's high inflation, so we have a pressure.
Rent and so on, all that.
Everything is related. So we have, and also we have those discretionary costs related to promoting capital market. This is very important to be done. Yes, we have to promote, yes, we have to put financial results on that. And yes, we are trying to synchronize this with Hidroelectrica. So we are engaging with some additional costs, discretionary costs as far the hydroelectric success.
We are trying to balance this increase also by using the increase also by inflation for the issuer tax and other increased taxes fees for the data dissemination. So, and this is what we started to do from the last years. So to counterbalance also the impact of.
So yes, for us, it's very simple. So on the cost side, you won't come with a big surprise. You have to expect the inflation pressure and so on. For us, with the liquidity is there, we'll have good results. If the liquidity is not there, the results are deteriorating significantly because we have this operational leverage. We don't have variable cost, all our costs are fixed, and yes, we have to better whatever the trending activities. And yeah, the proof is the result of the first quarter. This is what happens with our company when the liquidity is low.
Yeah, understood, fully understood. Thank you so much for the thorough explanation. Thank you. That's all from me.
So of course, our focus is not to reduce the cost. So our strategy is not to reducing the cost. So our strategy is to improve significantly the revenue, the trading activity.
Yes, that's clear. Thanks.
Thank you, Miguel. Is Nikki, there are any other questions? Well, then thank you very much for your participation. And yes, hopefully to see you again in 3 months' time with a significantly different set of results. Have a good afternoon.
Oh, sure, you will see us. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.